leadership. Both undergraduate business colleges and MBA programs ask on every application for evidence of leadership. What did you talk about?
Well, Miami has a lot of different cultures and ethnicities, and students have a very difficult time with one standardized test for elementary school students called the FCAT, which does test English abilities, and schools simply aren't able and don't have the resources to teach for this exam, which means that a lot of 8-year-olds are staying behind in school and have to repeat a year because they don't have the English training to pass the exam. And while I was in high school, we started a program that tutored elementary school students for this exam. And it started out as something small. We started with 20 students, and by the end of the program, we created workbooks that reached over 1,200 students. And that was incredibly exciting and an amazing opportunity to, one, learn from my students and see what they needed, and two, just give back to a community that gave so much to me. And to this day, it's one of the most rewarding experiences I've ever had.
And I'll bet that you didn't do it just to put something on your CV.
No, I would say if you're going to do something, don't do it to put it on your resume, because ultimately you're going to be putting a lot of time into it and it needs to be fun for you.
How old were you when you started that project?
I was a junior in high school, which means I was 16, 17.
It must have required quite some organization skills to get that project rolling.
Yes, and this is where teamwork really comes in. I was able to work with a lot of my closest friends from high school, and we organized things pretty well, and we worked with the schools in the area. So if you have a clear mission and clear goals, it's really not that difficult to do. So think big. It's important to actually reach out.
I think, too, that the kind of organizational skills that you developed and the sense of teamwork that you developed will definitely be useful in your future business career.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's very important to, one, learn from the teams you've been with, and two, make sure that you are constantly bringing in the people around you to do better things. I can do so much more with two others than I can do by myself, and it's important to realize that.